Mind on my money, money on my mind. Gotta work a hard. Uh-oh. Let me start this again. Hold on. I got this. I got this. Mind on my money, money on my mind. Gotta work hard, 'cause it'll be fine. Bars. I'm telling you, I'm coming out with an album pretty soon, and it'll probably be called Strippers and Ice Cream. Yeah, definitely Strippers and Ice Cream. So, wanted to talk about grinding responsibly. This is actually inspired by a comment on my community video, expose potential to opportunity. So community colon expose potential to opportunity. Under Dollar Will's comment, El Shinobi left a great comment. He said, "It's great to grind and be successful, but black males must make their health and mental health primary. Grind safe, big homie." And like that really, like while I was responding to his comment, that really struck a chord with me. Like in my comment, I said, so true. I do talk about breaks and creating environments that are relaxing, but I will not argue when it comes to how unhealthy my grind is, because it is. Grind responsibly. And like that term right there, like that's where that kind of came from. And it, I want to say shout outs to El Shinobi and everybody else that leaves a comment, especially Dollar Will. Um, we always, support each other in one more ways than one. And definitely, guys, check out Dollar Will and what he does, and his Patreon has a ton of value. So definitely check out him and his Patreon and the content that he actually produces there. His content should not be free, so therefore you guys should pay for that. Um, but grinding responsibly, I often work very hard. At one point, like one point in 2019, I actually was running my computer consulting business, winding that down, my salon, winding that down eventually months later. And this is December 2019. I winded the salon down around June of 2020 with everything that happened with COVID. And also, while all that was happening, still working a night job and starting a day job in December of 2019. So at that point, I was working two jobs, day and night. I was running two businesses, one winding down and another finally winding down and getting rid of that, or getting out of that really. Um, and it was very unhealthy for me because the amount of stress that I was going through, definitely stress eating, actually definitely stress exercising too, because I lost quite a bit of weight during that time, and I was really kind of just going crazy with it a little bit. Wasn't eating good at all, but I was walking like two times a day, just because I was just thinking about stuff. Always had my mind running and things like that. But it was a grind. It was not, it was something that was grinding me to a pulp and was causing issues with my own, like, just life in general, because I was just dealing with the problems that I had in my life. El Shinobi brought up a good point. Um, Black males definitely do not focus on our physical health and our mental health. If you look closely in this video and watch long enough, you'll see a wild young grizzly man uh, frolicking in his natural habitat. You also see that I'm a big guy, currently about 325 pounds. Uh, been working on losing the weight and exercising. With the new job that I got, it's been kind of hard. But what I will be doing actually is working more in the environment that you're seeing, the environment that you guys have, that the video is playing, that the audio is playing over. Got my little desk there, moved my couch into that area. Um, have a TV set up, got ferns and everything that I gotta water and take care of. But it creates a nice, peaceful environment, and that's very important. One, taking breaks, getting adequate rest, which I'm not good at. I've never been good at. I actually have mild insomnia. I do not sleep well ever. I have never slept well ever in my life, and I don't plan on taking pills for it or anything else like that. I've just worked with it. Um, but you know, getting adequate rest, and then also taking adequate or having a nice environment to where that you can actually relax in mentally. And I think I said adequate breaks. So taking breaks and things like that. And it's very important, especially when you're coding or even working like a tough schedule where I finish one job and then go off to the next with little to no rest, and be at the second job staying up for, hours on end. Um, when you put all these things together, it can really have a compounding effect. It can really push you, in a sense, over the limit, if you will. This is something I've been doing for years. It is not something that is good. It is not something that is healthy. It is not something that everyone can do. But I always try to put checks in place and balance things out, getting out, taking days off, making sure that I have that 1 or 2 days a week where I'm just focused on myself, doing things for myself. I think it's very important that the amount of time that we put towards other people's work or employment, that we also put that amount of time or even a tenth of that time to ourselves. You work 5 hours, take an hour out of every, no, sorry, you work 40 hours a week, take a couple hours every day, 1 hour a day, so that's 7 hours at least, to yourself. And even 1 hour to yourself, and then 1 hour to actually yourself financially and business wise, and focusing on uh, what you want to do next in your own business or your own finances or your own home. It doesn't you don't have to start a business, but okay, take care of your property, take care of your home, plan for your goals so that you can make sure that you achieve them. But that's all about, to me, that's a part of what I would like to call grind responsibly. Um, Doing what's necessary, making those sacrifices, but those sacrifices have to mean something. They can't just be sacrifices for nothing. We have to do what we can to grind responsibly and make sure that these sacrifices actually have an endpoint or a goal that we're trying to reach. And when we get to that point and we get to that goal, that we ensure that we enjoy that and we do everything to protect it. And that's kind of one of the biggest things that I've talked about, protecting my peace and doing what's necessary to make sure that nothing gets in the way of my peace. All right, so with that being said, guys, grind responsibly. Do what you can to make sacrifices where necessary, but make sure you take time out for yourself. If you guys have any other information or your thoughts really on how you grind responsibly or how one should grind responsibly, please leave it in the comment section below. As always, if you're not taking what I say with a grain of salt, you're low on sodium. And sodium's not good, especially when you're grinding responsibly. Alrighty, guys. Peace.